Hey there guys, thanks for tuning in to another video, and today I've got a really exciting announcement. We're doing a partnership giveaway with ZED. ZED is a project coming out of Australia that where you can buy and you can breed and race digital racehorses. Now these racehorses are your own racehorses. They are based on blockchain technology. They are an NFT, which is a non-fungible token. So this video we're going to go through exactly what ZED is. We're going to go through what the project is about, some of the really exciting new features coming to it. I mean, stick around, you've got to hear this. This is going to blow projects like Kitties completely out of the water. And then we're going to go into details around the giveaway, where ZED are giving away up to 100 of these rare digital horses. And some of these horses, because the project is in its early stages, are going to be some of the rarest horses. And as time goes on, more and more horses that are going to come out are going to be less and less rare over time. So guys, stick around. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get into the video. So guys, here we are over on ZED's website. Now ZED, as I said earlier, is a project coming out of Australia, and it's essentially like crypto kitties in terms of the rare items they're using, that they're non-fungible collectibles. But this project is really taking cryptocurrency collectibles to a whole new level. Now the project has been launched officially for several weeks, and since then has seen massive demand, with people rallying behind these horses and this project, and accumulating some of these rare horses. Now, what is ZED all about in a nutshell? Well, think about ZED as like a digital racing game. It's a digital racing game that's going to be bringing live 24/7 digital horse racing, where people can bet on races, people can use their own horses in races, and it's creating a whole new digital economy around this digital racing. Now, the coolest thing about this is the ownership and management of horses and stables. So you as the user can actually own rare horses, and the rarer your horse is, well, then you have improved statistics on your horse. So your horse may have a higher probability of winning a race. It has rarer genetics. It might have a rarer color. And so other people can actually breed with you, with your horse, and you can even charge a fee to people to breed with your rare horse, so they can have a higher chance of producing rare offspring. So the guys behind ZED have really pushed the envelope on what can be done with cryptocurrency collectibles such as NFTs, and that's why this project is so exciting, and that's why this project has been getting a lot of attention, both from users but from other companies in the blockchain space as well. So we're going to go through just a little bit of detail about this project and some of the really cool things about it. So firstly, really just looking at, what the main components of ZED are. So for the early release, what ZED are doing is they've been slowly selling the rarest horses in the game. So at the moment, they're selling 4 bloodlines. There's going to be a total thoroughbred cap of 38,000 horses. There's going to be 268 genotypes. Now this is total, by the way. The early release, they're selling 4,000, and then there's going to be live races 24/7. But let's actually go through some of the main components of what will be built out, and this is actually currently being built out, and that's coming to ZED soon. And firstly is the marketplace. So you'll be able to buy and sell your racehorse through auctions in a built-in marketplace with ZED. Now, because these horses are digital assets that you own, you'll be able to actually trade these, and based on the statistics of your rare horse, so things like, as we said before, based on the bloodline, the rarity, how many races your horse has won, how many times it's been bred with. So if you have a really valuable horse, a lot of people might want to breed with you. And so if a lot of people want to breed with your horse, that's going to raise its intrinsic value. So there's going to be a thriving marketplace on ZED that's being built out at the moment, allowing people to buy and sell their own horses through their built-in auction system. Now, here's one of the coolest things, is this next feature here. One of the coolest things that I think is the stud farm. So reading through here, if you own a super rare stallion, or if your horse has a lot of really good statistics on the racetrack, you're going to be able to put it into a stud farm to allow other people to breed with you, and you're going to be able to set that fee. So if you have a super valuable horse, you might say, well, I'm going to charge 1 or 2 Ethereum for people to breed with it. So based on the rarity of your horse, how many races it's won, and the other rare statistics about it, will actually allow you to charge a higher price for people to breed with you, because the better the statistics of your horse, the higher the chance the person breeding with that horse has of creating an offspring that is also rare and valuable. And here's where the game economy for Zed is really going to start to take off. So we've also got community. So Zed's vision is to take the traditional mechanics of community-based gaming and in their own words here, relentlessly innovate in order to create something truly special. And we can see that from the outset with just how many super cool features these guys are bringing to the non-fungible side of this game already. It's already really pushing the envelope on what can be done with NFT crypto tokens. Now, probably the biggest thing, and really what revolves around Zed, is the live racing component. So every racehorse purchased will be selected at random to participate in Zed. So if you own a horse, if you have a stable, then your horse may be picked at random to enter into one of these races. For those who cannot contain their excitement, there is the opportunity to buy into race events. And racing in Zed will run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there's going to be split into Group 1, Group 2 and Group 3 categories all over the globe. So I mean, the potential here is absolutely massive, guys. People are going to be able to participate in the Zed without even owning a stable, without owning a horse. They're going to be able to participate in the betting on the horses and which one's going to win. So for those in Australia who are familiar with some of the racing games in TAB, think about the existing horse racing game. Well, this is like that, but just taking it to the whole next level with the whole built-in value proposition of people being able to actually own their own horses and to build a legacy around that. So it's very exciting stuff. Now, here we are at the moment over on the early release horses. So this one here called Flying Eco. So we can see here Flying Eco is the next racehorse out of the stable. All early release racehorses will be sold one at a time on a first come, first served basis. There are only a very limited amount of early release racehorses, so get in quick. And these are the horses the guys are selling, the rarest type, to help fund the early development of the project. And there has been hundreds and hundreds of these sold already. So you can see at the moment, this bloodline is Finny. It's a Generation Z6, so it started with Gen Z1. The gender is a filly. It has a coat Cosmic Latte, and the actual coats come in different rarity types as well. And this is release number 280 of 3,000 of the Z6 type. Now, this one here is selling for 0.18 Ethereum, and you can actually jump in here and buy these using the MetaMask plugin. Because this is a decentralized application, it's a dApp, it uses the MetaMask plugin and runs over the Ethereum network. So coming over here to the race roster, this is the, here we have a list. So the race roster is coming soon. This is in development, but we can see the horses that have already sold. So here are the horses that have been sold directly from the project, these rare horses that people have bought. We can actually come and check these out and have a look at the properties of them. So this one here, we can see Edgewood is a Gen Z6. It's a bloodline filly. Its gender is a colt. Its code is Misty Rose, and you can see it hasn't participated in any races yet because races haven't been launched, and its career is 000, and its win rate is 0, and its offspring is 0, but these statistics are going to start to be filled out as more and more features and development start coming online. Cool thing is, if you even want to get into the technical details, if you're a bit of a blockchain geek like myself, you can even go and look at the smart contracts and the transactions that have been executed to actually produce these horses in the first place. Now, what you might notice here is these names. Now, these are the owner's stable, so when you buy a horse, you actually come and you create your own stable. So some of these people have bought a bunch of these horses and are running stables with a heap of horses, and they're going to essentially build their own economy around these horses, both in the racing and at the stud farm for breeding. So very, very cool stuff coming. We can see here AAA bought a bunch of horses here. We can see Skoy Bay has bought a lot as well. And you can just go through and look at all the hundreds and hundreds of horses that have been sold. Now, back to really the top horses that the top stables that have been established since the beginning of Zed. So we can see that the Spilton stable has bought 104. We've got Richie Racing at 51, Hat Hilton stable at 45, Lucky Jack Studs at 38, and Wellington Estate at 37. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is showing how involved and how excited the community are, and the major players in this are already becoming. So we've seen like communities already established, and that are talking. We've already seen fan websites being established, club websites being established that are getting ready for the launch of this project. That's really how much attention it's already bringing. And the value proposition is huge to people from the outside that want to get involved into these kind of cool new NFT-based projects. Now, talking about the breeding earlier, just to expand on that a little bit, you can see here under the how it works in this blog, you can put the breeding rights to your elite male horses up for auction, where owners of female horses can then buy the breeding rights from you in Ethereum. The owner of the female horse is the one who pays the fee and also keeps the offspring. Alternatively, you can breed with your own stable. However, you cannot breed with your parents or grandparents, so creating a diversified stable is key. Now, coming down to how rare is your horse. So there is a color chart that the guys have released too that shows the rarity of the different colors. And you can see which are the most rare and the most valuable. Now, the amazing thing is, even though the auction development has not been released yet, because this is a decentralized application, horses are already being traded on OpenSea, and OpenSea is a decentralized marketplace for non-fungible tokens, such as things like CryptoKitties and all the other games using it. And you wouldn't believe at the prices of some of these horses that they're already selling for. So here we can see a bunch of these horses already being sold. There's people here who've got prices for 14.9 Ethereum. You know, that's a few $1,000s. The amazing thing is, one horse, this Cristiano Ronaldo, has already sold for 7 Ethereum. Now, this was a Z1. This was the rarest horse. And I should also mention that the names of the horses are random. The names of the horses are random. So if you manage to get a rare horse with a valuable name, they may even contribute to the value as well. So the Z1s originally were selling for, I believe, 0.4 or 0.45 Ethereum. And this one just a few weeks later has sold for 7 Ethereum. That's a 16.5 return for this individual who bought this horse in just a few weeks. So pretty incredible stuff, and it's just showing how much the free market is valuing these horses in such a short amount of time. I mean, it's really exciting stuff, and I think this project just has immense potential with what they're doing. Now, I'm over here on the beta version of what is to come. This is the beta version of the ZED marketplace. So a point to note is what you're seeing may change. It is subject to change. Everything could change. Again, this is the beta. The guys are working on this at the moment. So what I'm looking at the moment is My Stable. Now, the My Stable component is actually live on the main website. But I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like when you establish the stable and you actually acquire a few of your own horses. So you can see here I've got a Gen Z5. This one's called Grateful Vampire. It's the Finny bloodline, gender colt, coat Dartmouth green. And then we can come over here to Glider, and we can see that I've actually produced one offspring with Glider. And that's this one here. I haven't named it yet, but this was actually an offspring from breeding Glider and Grateful Vampire offspring. Bloodline filly, Finny, gender filly, coat flex. So then from there, I could go on and actually sell this in the marketplace. I can look at the actual details of the horse coming soon, the progeny status coming soon. I can breed it, I can put it into the stud farm, and then eventually I can actually race it as well. So you see this racing lottery, this would put the horse into a random race if I wanted it to, and you'd be crazy not to. But here you can see this tick on and off as well. And you can actually see, again, this is just in beta, this is just for test, but you can see the earnings My Stable could have made with these horses, and you can see it's up to 14 Ethereum. But again, this is just a test. Everything can change. It's just to show you guys what is actually coming with this project. Now over here is a look at the stud farm. So here are the different studs that people could have put up, and you can see the stud fee. So if I had a filly and I wanted to breed with a colt, you can see that this person has this horse One Sincerity, and they've put a stud fee of 0.5 Ethereum. Now, if I wanted to breed with this horse, then I would have to pay half an Ethereum, and you can then breed them and potentially even earn a profit on doing so, in addition to the racing capabilities that are coming too. Moving over to the marketplace, this is much the same as what is going on with OpenSea, but OpenSea is a third-party decentralized marketplace, whereas over here on ZED, this is going to be their own built-in auction marketplace. And you can see some horses here that have been put on. So this one has got 8 days left. It's got a bid of 1 Ethereum. And then there's going to be owner stables and all the rest of it as well. So it's going to be really, really cool, exciting stuff. And, just huge potential coming. You can see they've even added here, ready for watching the races live when the races do come in the future. Here's the roster, as I showed you earlier, just some of the horses that have been sold as well. Again, we're just on the beta at the moment, but soon you're going to have this racing roster, and this is really where the whole global Z economy is going to revolve around. And I should mention as well that the Z economy, these guys have huge ambitions. They want Z to be a global thing. They want Z to be potentially even one day being played at TABs, being played in pubs, on screens, just like you're seeing at the moment. That's the ambitions of these guys behind this, and I think they've got what it takes, and I think that it's a very exciting project, and I think there's a lot of potential here. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's ZED. Again, we've partnered up with ZED. They're doing a giveaway. They're going to give away up to 100 rare horses across varying bloodlines. If you want to participate, you'll need to go to the website. There will be a link down in the description. You will need to install MetaMask. You'll need to register. You can do that by clicking on Start. You can see here I'm currently on Ropsten, which is the beta network. But you'll need to press on Start. You'll need to install MetaMask. You'll need to register with ZED. When you register with ZED, make sure you create a stable. This is very important. You must create a stable. And you must make sure that you have generated an Ethereum address in your MetaMask. So for this giveaway to happen, because these guys are just going to randomly select stables and they're going to randomly select Ethereum addresses, they need both the stable name, the stable setup, and they need an Ethereum address as well. So be sure that those two things are set up, and you'll go in the draw to win one of these 100 rare horses. So guys, I just want to say thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, the likes are always really appreciated. All links will be down in the description below to ZED and to other links and information discussed in this video. If you're not subscribed, make sure to come on board and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.